what I so love about your story, Sarah, as I'm thinking about it, is how many how many of my candidates I've worked with are coming out of corporate America. They start a franchise, and it gives them permission to go back to what they were good at before, in their prior career, and make that determination. Do I want to? And you're stepping right up to it. Do I want to go back to it? Well, no, actually, you'd like to hand the baby back and integrate and engage with those people. The franchise, yours, did did you start your business at a time when your franchise was financially stable and you felt like you could take another financial risk?
Yeah, so that's one
Oh,
thing I would say is
okay.
have a plan, right? Don't be irrational. It took me 3 years. I had a full-time corporate job and the franchise for 3 years before I left my job. So, you need to build that financial backing
Yeah.
to allow you to have that freedom and flexibility. And that was always the plan that I would leave. There just really wasn't a timeline. I didn't hold myself to it. And really, what drove it was a combination of I was working in a very large company where, every 18 months to 2 years, we were seeing changes in leadership and restructuring. And that's what was happening. And I had learned how to advocate for myself. So every time that happened, I could basically say the job I wanted, and I was getting those roles, which was very great for me. But I still found every time I made a change, I wasn't seeing that same level of like energy and excitement in that new role that I had before. And
Mm,
I was starting to have some resentment because I felt like I was being more fulfilled by what I was doing outside of my work. And my work was just getting in the way of that. And so I have this quote on my wall to this day that I hung on the bottom of my computer about 6 months before I left my job as a daily reminder of, that I needed to push myself to step out of my comfort zone and resign. And it says, you must be willing to sacrifice what you are now for what you can become tomorrow.
yeah.
And I still have it up there. I look at it all the time. And it was that, as well as my husband really nudging me. This is what we talked about. You said you were going to leave, and him nudging me and supporting me and reminding me that I had done hard things before and I could do this. And he was
Yeah.
there to support me, and that meant a lot.
Such a great story. I love it when the spouse is involved and not afraid, but supportive. And I don't remember how the quote goes, but oh dear, what if I fail? Or and the opposite of that is, oh, but what if you fly?
Yeah.
And for a spouse to be able to support you in that way.